Hello, welcome to Tea with Tim. Well, there's not Tea with Tim today. I'm not having tea, and probably rightly so. I just thought now was a good time to review what's going on at the moment in terms of, well, you could say climate change, but there's so much more. When we were small children, we were told that we had to prepare for the worst, just in case. This is why we take out insurance. And certainly my experience of insurance recently, certainly during the COVID period, has been that the various insurers are just out to make as much money out of people as possible, and actually they themselves have not prepared for the worst. I've had yet another run-in with Allianz about pet insurance, but I'll come to that in another day, I think. Meanwhile, have a look at what's happening in Evia, that little island just next to Athens, and there's a village in Evia called Rovies. It's been almost completely destroyed by fire. And if the planes which were dumping water on the pine forests had got there immediately, instead of people talking about it and promising, then maybe there would have been a chance to salvage people's livelihoods, people's villages, people's homes, beehives, oil processing things, and so on, people's homes. Kyriakos Mitsotakis, the Prime Minister, has apologised, but words are cheap. How are we going to replace these people's homes? If you go across to Turkey and you go up to the Black Sea area, the Ayanchik area, you've got a similar story of towns badly destroyed by floods. Bartin, Kasamanu, Sinop, Samsun. There we've seen a very, very effective evacuation process, but still 27 people dead. And we should be anticipating these natural disasters. If this is climate change, this is what we have to expect. But I fear that our world has got into such a habit of seeing disaster as an opportunity to make money, we are really not seriously preparing for the worst. And those people whose task it is to prepare for the worst are looking at how much they can pocket. This is really worrying. There are stories in Turkey that the 200 odd forest fires which have happened since the end of July were deliberately set. This was about arson, not about climate change as such. It may well be. People are profiting from other people's disaster. I don't know how. That's not the issue. And then we move across to Afghanistan. I've been saying for a long time, the departure of the Western forces from Afghanistan is irresponsible. It's a retreat, and it leaves the people in Afghanistan in serious danger. The United Nations is now pointing to a serious crisis with refugees pouring out of Afghanistan. Where are they going to go to? Because Europe isn't going to take them. Europe is hardening its heart and sealing its borders from people who are in very real need, and that real need has been created through 20 years of doing what? The last 20 years, yes, maybe there was reason to fight in Afghanistan, but there was greater reason to come to some sort of agreement with the people we would leave behind. Surely we could have worked out that the Taliban was still going to be in power when we left. Now, Russia apparently has been in negotiations with the Taliban, but the wrong sort of Taliban. The Taliban is not one cohesive mass. It's piles of little leaders, each with their own ideas. So the people that Russia has been talking to don't share the same ideals as the people in the field. This is going to be a disaster because once again we have not prepared, and yet we have defense secretaries smugly predicting what's going to happen. Why weren't they smugly predicting this 2 months ago when they decided there was going to be a retreat, or longer, earlier? I don't understand why people are not ready to prepare for the future, any future, and why we have encouraged our society to benefit from other people's disasters. It seems to me to be deeply wrong. So, I'm not having tea today, but do have tea, do enjoy your tea. Meanwhile, follow me and ring the bell, please ring the bell. And please let me know what your thoughts are about. Let me know if you've been affected by the fires in Greece, by the floods and the fires in Turkey, or if you know something about Afghanistan. And maybe we as people, normal people, can have ideas which our leaders simply seem to fail to have. Maybe we need to prepare for next year's problems today.